Hello, I would like to bring to your attention an important topic, that is adult vaccinations. We know that there's a national immunization schedule that exists, and most of our children are vaccinated against so many important diseases. But when we ask adults to get vaccinated, there are a few concerns that are raised. One is that will our immune system be overwhelmed by taking all these vaccines? Are we creating a hindrance in the normal immunological mechanism by giving additional vaccines? So, I would like to tell you a few scientific facts regarding vaccines. Vaccines are nothing but harmless parts of the viruses and bacteria that are introduced into one's body and which raise an immune response or which produce something known as antibodies that would improve the immunity against that particular disease. We know that there are hundreds and thousands of viruses around us, and there is a normal immunity which helps to counteract these organisms when they enter the body. But there are certain diseases or certain viruses or certain bacteria, when they get into the body, they can have a very devastating effect. Just like an influenza virus. Influenza virus can go very unnoticed and innocuously in a normal individual. But if the individual is immunosuppressed, he's a diabetic, he's undertaking treatment for cancer, he's taking other immunosuppressing drugs, or in an elderly individual, the same disease can be overwhelming or it can have a devastating effect on the lungs of the particular individual. Similar is the case with pneumococcal infections or chickenpox. In some individuals, it may really go very unnoticed and harmlessly, they just self-limit and they go away. But in certain individuals, it can become really serious. If we take shingles, shingles is scientifically known as herpes zoster, and this herpes zoster creates something known as a neuralgia because it comes on a particular nerve distribution and one can have intense pain following an episode of shingles. So these are a few illnesses which can have a very serious after effects on the body, or they can have a long lasting trouble or pain in the human body. So in order to prevent that, we can suggest a few vaccines to adults. For example, hepatitis B. In individuals who are above 45, we know that in olden days, hepatitis B vaccine was not included in the immunization schedule. So by taking hepatitis B vaccine, what we can prevent is hepatitis B infection. Hepatitis B infection is normally transmitted through blood and blood products or through needle pricks during a surgery, blood transfusion, etc. So in order to prevent hepatitis B, there are 3 shots of hepatitis B vaccine, which is a killed vaccine and very, very symptomless when taken. So hepatitis B vaccine is something which is recommended in adults above 45 who have not been previously vaccinated. Similarly, there's an important vaccine called human papilloma virus vaccine, which can be taken by men and women. But in females, it is known to prevent something known as CA cervix, cancer of the cervix. Cervix is the external part of the uterus, which when gets infected by human papilloma virus during a sexual activity, and later on it can give rise to something known as a cancer of the cervix. In order to prevent this cancer of cervix, women are advised, girls are advised to take this vaccine, preferably in the adolescent age, before the onset of sexual activity. But in girls who have not received the vaccine, that can be given up to 26 or 27 years of age and up to 45 years of age in some special populations. So it's a very important vaccine which can prevent a cancer. So definitely it should be considered. Now coming to a few other vaccines like influenza vaccine and pneumococcal vaccine. Just as I told you earlier, it can be innocuous. It can just go away with treatment in some. But in some others who are immunosuppressed, elderly population, they can become dangerous. So in that population and generally a population above 65, one must recommend both these vaccines. Influenza vaccine is once a year and may produce a minor flu-like symptom, but not in all. And chickenpox vaccine, hepatitis A vaccine, and typhoid vaccine are, of course, optional. These are not very life-threatening diseases, but yet, in people who undertake very frequent travel, they can be advised these vaccines. And for people who are going abroad, there are some optional or mandatory vaccines like yellow fever vaccine or Japanese encephalitis vaccine, meningococcal vaccine, etc. Those vaccines can be given in a special population. One more thing that I would like to bring your attention to is that on a single day, as many, you can take many vaccines. It will not overwhelm your immunity, and the immunity against each of the diseases will be built up in due course of time. So you wouldn't harm your natural immunity by taking vaccines. Your natural immunity will stay there. Only thing is, an additional immunity will be built against these particular diseases, which can be devastating if your body is not in a very good immunological state, or if you are in an immunocompromised state. So let us take away all doubts regarding vaccines, or let us not put question marks on vaccinations, but let us embrace the culture of vaccinating our children, and adult vaccines also should be adopted where necessary in necessary populations, because vaccines are helpful, and we know that the concerns raised against vaccines have always been negated by scientific research. As far as COVID vaccine goes, there are question marks raised even after 3 to 4 years. We know that COVID vaccine can produce some problems to the tune of 1 in 1 lakh population, and that is only till the end of maybe 20-24 weeks. Anything after that, all the thrombotic complications, all the heart attacks, strokes which are produced after that, and they are blamed on the COVID vaccine. But actually, they are not to be blamed on COVID vaccine. These are situations which have developed in young individuals because of the lifestyle, or because of the constant rise in the lifestyle diseases due to the constantly mounting stress, etc. So let us look into those reasons. But COVID vaccine is definitely not to be blamed according to scientific research. So let us embrace vaccines as a healthy way of preventing some infectious diseases, because infectious diseases can be treated, very well treated and cured in some, but in some immunocompromised and elderly individuals, infections can become serious. So vaccines are a boon to the human community. Thank you.